Larsen syndrome is a connective tissue disorder, so all of the joints in my body are dislocated. I have difficulties with my airways and my breathing, and I've had around 20 plus surgeries for me to, one, live, two, for me to have my independence. I always joke volunteering is my sport, and my wish was that Chris Pratt would help me with the projects that I do for Seattle Children's. He offered up the experience to go visit him on the set of Jurassic World 2 in Hawaii. All of the proceeds that came in for the raffle went to the orthopedics department. We ended up raising over $828,000. I have such an amazing support system around me. I've got my parents and my little brother and my aunts and my uncles and my cousins and my grandparents, and then I also have my family at the hospital. I've got those nurses and doctors that every time I go, I have to go say hi to them. Without them, I wouldn't be here, because they're the ones that are inspiring me to give back and give what I can to the hospital.
Absolutely. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Extra Life Marathon 2019 right here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. I'm Standing Stone Games Community Manager Cordovan, and I'm going to be here till, probably another hour and a half-ish, till a little around 9-ish, at which point we've got someone coming in, Brock and friends here for an hour, and then Psycho Blonde's going to wrap it up from 10 o'clock until midnight here tonight. We are raising money for Extra Life, the Boston Children's Hospital, the Children's Miracle Network. The donations to me go to the Boston Children's Hospital. You can donate by going to extra-life.org/team/SSG. extra-life.org/team/SSG. That's all you need to do to donate. If you can donate 5, 10, 20, anything you can do. 200. We've had some people do 100. We've had people do 1,000 in the past. It's a tax-deductible donation. If you do donate, go on over to the DDO.com forums, and let me pop up here a link in Twitch chat. That'll let you know about the incentives you can get. We're doing a bunch of giveaways of points, codes, and other cool things. Things from the community loot list that you can get for your characters in-game. On top of that, of course, you're helping sick kids. I deal with all sorts of issues, of which you've been hearing some of tonight. And it also impacts, their entire families. And the Children's Miracle Network has done an incredible lot of good. So this is our 4th year doing this. I believe on the DDO side, I think, right? I've got 4th year down for Team Standing Stone Games anyway. Or for myself, actually. And I'm pretty sure I started when it was a DDO thing for the first year. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. So far, I have raised $11,016 myself, and to my page rather, and then for the team goal is $13,615. I don't want to say I raised it myself. I actually raised it with you, and I raised it with the DDO streamers. I raised it with the Lotro streamers. The opposite of basically what I said earlier is true. $13,615 of our $15,000 goal tonight. We are hoping, if possible, if you are feeling generous, if you can help out, for about $1,385.
Very good.
Yeah, how's that for doing the math after like 20 hours of sitting in a chair and live streaming? Not bad. Last year we were the top fundraiser for the Boston Children's Hospital, and it made a huge difference. We heard from them about the difference it made, and we're hoping to do it again this year. Right now we're on the hardcore server, and that's what we're going to be doing until I wrap things up here at least, and I bet a bunch of other people are going to be doing that stuff as well. Gray Moon.
He is somewhere else.
Arts. And we're doing some raffles in chat. Why don't I clear out our raffle? And we just did a 100 point giveaway. Let's do a 500 point giveaway. We'll do that at the end of this this quest here. We're going up the charts, so that means we're kind of bopping all over the place, which is sort of why it's been a little chaotic. But I don't want to miss anything, so I am literally going down the adventure compendium, saying nope, not that one, but yes, and all the rest. So we're starting off with Justice for Gerst. Well, Gray Moon. first couple of parts.
I thought you said Will and Stan.
I might have said Gwill and Stan, but that's a level set. That's actually not next on the list. Sorry. So if you want to enter in Twitch chat, it's exclamation point DDO. I do need to apologize to the fine folks on our Facebook and YouTube pages. I can't do giveaways over there. On YouTube, I lack the technology, and on Facebook, they don't permit these kind of code giveaways through chat and things like that. I think it would cause problems for that specific platform. So you're going to have to go on over to Twitch. But if you can't make it to Twitch, you can also go to DDO.com. On the main front page of DDO.com, I've got a news article where I've got the video embedded along with the chat, so you can just do that. Actually, Iron Mines is first. It is second on the Adventure Compendium, but first in our hearts.
This is one of those areas I've never really run a lot, so I'm not
Oh, really?
super familiar. Yeah.
Oh, man, I've run Grayman a billion times. I love this chain.
I know we've run it as a guild a couple of times, but it's been a while.
You're going to do both parts, right?
Yeah.
First and second.
Yep, correct.
Okay, and for when we run back to turn this in, we're going to detour back to the entrance.
Ah, sweet.
So
Sounds
don't
great.
go off.
Abandoned mine. It is now home to ogres.
So
Hey,
welcome
Nick!
everyone.
Thank you, Nick.
Oh, did someone just donate? Oh, they did.
Yes, Nick E, $75. Much
Ah,
appreciated.
Cool. I didn't hear my thing, though. Let me try to see if I can... I'm going to actually kill the source of next split and then reload it up here to see if I can get it to work.
Also, should I go ahead and bring my hireling cleric?
Sure.
Worst case scenario, people want to join and I can dump.
If it worked out okay, I've got a sound file ready to play. That's what I was trying to see if I can get it to work.
Yeah, I want to hear your sound file.
Alright, should work. Alright. Well, maybe I just had to reset it here. Anyway, thank you so much, Nick. That kind of donation means a lot. It does a ton of good. On top of that, make sure you hit me up on the DDO forums. Get me basically your forum name, which you'll do by replying to me, and just let me know. Hey, this was Nick. I gave you $75 on Saturday, and that's all we need. So I'll get you all the stuff you need. If you already know what you want from, say, the community loot list, you're welcome to do so.
Park your hirelings, because they will run through that.
They will indeed. They love that stuff. Fun fact, though, the reason that is traps don't technically exist. It's like some kind of weird existential thing.
Man, you are braver than I am, and if you're not going to grab a rogue, I might.
Do you want me to wait till you do the trap, or you want me to finish it?
You could finish it if you want.
You have the sense of fathomless depths beneath you. To fall into this chasm would be certain death.
Ow. Oh, yep. Fade and I should have parked you, huh?
Achka runs out of his cell and disappears down the hall.
It's done.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, where's Flame Fang? Also, I see a collectible.
So far, I have not pulled anything above a con 3.
Gosh, there's so many detours in this party.
I am wearing Con 5 bracers. Some wonderful person put these bracers on the age for 6K. Illusion resistance +4, con +5, ML9. Whoever that was, thank you.
We are on the hardcore server, and I'm
Yeah.
currently level 10, kind of getting pretty darn
the
close to
stuff-
11. Sorry,
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
That's okay. I was going to say, yeah, all that new stuff that you guys at DDO that made for Red Fence is very nice. With all the +5s to the stats at level 7, it's very good stuff.
Yeah. I think you could thank Linabelle for that one, right?
In the hollow to the north.
Thank you,
waits
Lunabelle.
Uku, elder of the great
Linabelle rocks.
D-door. Here we go.
Well, that's groovy. I don't know that I knew that you could do that.
It's exited any wilderness area. The bad part is you try to use it like out somewhere and you throw it out and think it's going to take you to your home base. Actually, it takes you to the last door you came out of.
Nice.
The tension in the mine is greater than before. The ogres are ready for you this time.
I don't think there's anything down.
Just a couple slayers or mobs, I think.
My keyboard just kind of had itself a little fit.
You can technically run through them. I just not on hardcore, man.
No.
Oops. Yes, all those deaths. That's why I'm putting hard in hardcore. I'm running everything on hard here because I want to get this stuff done by the end of the event if possible. At least hit level 20 and 1750 favor. Seems pretty possible. So.
We're gonna need to do some serious grinding, though.
This door stands open.
We are going to have to do a bunch of grinding to hit that in the next 2 weeks, but I think we can do it.
I mean, we need almost 2 million total XP, and I'm sitting at a 544 right.
Yeah, but it starts going up exponentially, right?
That's true. So does the quest difficulty. Rust monsters! I'll never be able again to look at a rust monster without remembering farming them to try to get the rust monster.
Turn even down a touch, yes. Oops.
Well, I don't know what changed, but normally I'm way loud, way quieter than everybody else when people tell me.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna... I pretty quickly realized that 5,000 was just not gonna happen for me. Neither was 400,000 Reaper XP. And frankly, neither was the first tier of Reaper XP either. I'm sorry to say. Ain't good enough. It's pretty humbling playing the hardcore league. I loved it. I am loving it.
I did not expect to get this into it.
I kind of knew I would, but it's just too cool not to. I just didn't know how good or bad I'd do.
You can shoot him with an air. Yeah, there you
Lord
go.
Groost glowers at you from his throne in the room to the east. A roar of rage, the root Groost crashes to the floor, ended in blood. The trolls are dead, but their presence here troubles you.
Yep, there's 11.
Nice.
We're gonna cap out XP way before we cap out quests. So.
Mm-hmm.
The lift here leads down to a long abandoned mine. It is now home to ogres.
So the very start of what ended up being the hardcore server actually got its start back when there was the Kobold versus Dragonborn, which race should we do next poll. And when the community at that time was, frankly, maybe a little burned out of Kobold type stuff, and they opted for Dragonborn instead. Probably, maybe the right choice, all said and done. But it got us thinking about it, of what would we do if you were a Kobold race. And the idea came up that, well, for a Kobold race, we should make it really, really easy. Or really, really hard, I mean. So, all right, I'm ducking out of Grey Moon and heading to Glade Watch.
Marketplace, right?
Yep. And we got to thinking about kobolds, how we could try to do some kind of thing that was really just had like very few hit points and armor and all that other kind of thing because, it's a kobold. And so the idea of, well, how far could people get if they were truly playing like a wimpy character in DDO, like deliberately gimped character essentially. And eventually that kind of was like, well, okay, they might have fun with that for a day, but, let's be real here. But the idea of it just kind of kept sticking around of, well, what if we did just sort of do the thing of you're probably going to die and see how far we could get. And that kind of morphed into the hardcore league in a way that I think has proven pretty popular. We don't have anything to announce on hardcore league yet, but, we'll see. I don't hate the idea of like monster play in DDO, although I think realistically that's just unlikely. Mostly because it would be a real significant kind of investment in resources in a way that would be a challenge, I think. Yeah, Anubis, we're of the same mind with you, I think, on kind of both timing and making sure it doesn't impact the non-hardcore servers too much.
This is one where we have to save Captain Commander Tessara.
Yep, before we get going on this, though, let me take care of this raffle quick.
Okay.
All right, 10 colon. You are our winner. You know what I need to do? I need to write in chat what I said I was going to give away. Do you remember if I said 100 or 500? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was 500.
500. Okay, thank you.
We're going, oh, nice.
If anyone ever runs into a redemption issue with a code, like maybe I accidentally gave you a duplicate or one that was already used or something like that, just hit me up on the forums or whatever and I'll get you a new code. It's fine.
Yeah, Kaiju Care has a good point in chat. If you, hey, thank you, is that Kiara? I'm looking at our very
Awesome.
small. Thank you much. If we can take Tassara on the other side of the wall over to this area, she will be safe.
Over where?
Come through the gate here, hang a left, then hang another left. Yeah.
Okay.
On the other side, right where these plants are. On the other side. You may have to. I talked to her twice to do that.
Oh, it's a long speech. I wish they had the skip button on this one.
Yeah. I mean, this is an old.
Everybody I've talked to.
The code for this one probably goes back to like 2004, if I was going to guess. So. No, I think you heard Evan's cha-ching sound, and that wasn't the one I picked. It's supposed. I'll just tell you since it's not working, and I don't have the time to get it working tonight. I have a little MP3 of Cindy Robinson being a kobold saying, "Kobold, love you." So. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, if nothing else, you need to email me that MP3.
And thank you, Brock, for your donation. That's super generous of you. I remember when the cap was 10, this one was a real challenge to keep Commander Tassara alive.
It still is.
Yeah. I've got Faden set to Garter, so hopefully... Yeah, I'll set a higher one to Garter. Yeah, thank you, Brock. Brock and no friends. Hey, Renews.
Welcome. So, like over here in the trees?
No, outside.
Yeah, well, but yeah, once we've got her outside, we've got to kind of take her around to the side there.
Okay, I've got her. So.
Follow me.
We'll stay out here in case anything spawns and try to grab its attention. Northwest Plateau.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, commanders, man, we have got some real danger happening here. Let's guard this, because we'll let the other party take care of it. Oh, they've got the easy get job. We're gonna be so.
Yeah, this does look very Cobalt Assault. That remnant, I'm gonna grab it before it disappears.
So we're raising money for Extra Life, and if you'd like to donate, you can go to extra-life.org/participant/Jerry Snook to donate to me. Maybe it's because it's a WAV file.
I like the noises hobgoblins make.
All right, let's see if that helps.
I'm still looking at these bugbears thinking with a name like that, they should be a cross between a bug and a bear. But if that's true, how would that even... I mean, the mental image. Not
Rug.
Snug as a bug and a bear rug.
Yep.
I am
Come
currently
over.
running Glade Watch
Over the
Outpost, an oldie. I would
What is
say an
it?
oldie but goodie, but I think it's just an oldie.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I've not run this in a very long time.
Me neither.
Well,
It's basically Cobalt Assault with Hobgoblin.
And a failure
This is the
condition.
place that one of my deaths occurred on the hardcore.
So while we're waiting here, let me just kind of show you the team goals here. We are currently, as a team, at $13,720. My goal is $15,000 by midnight tonight. We got Brock and friends who will be stopping by at 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, Psycho Blonde will begin to round it out till midnight. At midnight, the Damsels of DDO. Not doing Extra Life for their show, but they're doing their regular show. If you've not seen the Damsels of DDO, Lessa, Mithri, Saba Jade, you really, really should. It's probably one of the best shows ever on this channel. And on my personal here, out of that 13,000, we've had quite a few people donate to my personal, which is very much appreciated. I crushed my goal there. And like I say, the team's going great. So, and just for to show you what you could check out if you want to, if you're perhaps new to the channel, checking it out because of Extra Life, maybe saw something in the launcher. We do have Damsels of DDO every other Sunday rather, Saturday into Sunday at midnight. Sunday afternoon, Alex and Lynn, and then at 7 o'clock Eastern on DDO stream, we do our tabletop night every Sunday. That's D&D Tabletop using Fantasy Grounds, who's actually a sponsor of that show, like for realsies sponsor. And then, I need to change the calendar. I have you down at 11 o'clock still even.
Yep, and it's 10:30 now.
Yep. Monday is the stream, although he's usually hosting on that one. DDOPL is Tuesday afternoon. It's a Polish DDO show. DDO Wiki Talk or Shu Kabelza is 9 a.m., and that rolls into my show, which is noon Eastern every Wednesday, the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Followed by Follow the Noob with Samus Garobo. Again, he tends to host. We have Gamin' with Rain on Thursday mornings. Freedio with Psycho Blonde on Thursday afternoon starting at 8:30 p.m. Brighter Days Ahead tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Friday. Brock and Friends, 10 o'clock Fridays on Ice, and 8 p.m. on Saturdays. Normally, Bard Life with Doug Glendauer. So there's our full schedule, and you can find that over on twitch.tv/DDO stream. And now we're back to waiting.
Yeah, we had some stuff spawn up here at the top. But apparently just one. Oh, here's another one.
So, Jack P., I have not heard of any kind of time frame for a, quote, paladin revamp. I don't actually know that paladins are in that bad a place, to be honest. But
I would definitely say that paladins are not in a bad place at all. I am kind of biased, but
I mean, I don't doubt that we could do some work, but I haven't really heard of plans to do a specific paladin revamp from the ground up. Sorry. Hey, Paul. Jennifer John over on Facebook. Thank you so much. So we could, when we started the hardcore server here, this isn't marketing talk, this is like for real. We didn't know exactly. We had a pretty good idea that it would hopefully be successful and that people would like it and all that sort of thing, but we didn't really 100% know what kind of impact it would have, both on the non-hardcore servers and on the hardcore servers and on the population in general, et cetera, et cetera. So when it came time to, well, what about putting a VIP cap on access to hardcore? It made some sense to us. At the time, we were thinking along the lines of what, say, some people have in chat, that if you are a free player, for example, or then you would have to really struggle.
Oh, Lord, love you!
It worked! It worked! There you go. Nice. Kobold Love You just worked. I did have to just tag it MP3.
oh, I didn't hear that.
Well, quick, unmute Twitch. It'll probably be there. Because you'd have to go normal, and then you have to go hard, and then you have to go elite, unless you wanted to make the purchase. And then with premium, you'd have, the people on the top of the leaderboard are the folks who just happen to have every pack. So why should I even try as a premium, because VIPs are just going to crush me because they have access to a whole bunch of things, et cetera, et cetera. And there was just kind of a handful of things like that, at least for this first time around, it made sense to be more conservative. And so that was ultimately why we did that. There's also just kind of a basic, money thing where we're like, well, maybe we can get some people to go VIP, and since you don't have to otherwise pay for the hardcore, if someone wants to spend, $10, $15 or whatever to do it, that will kind of help fund the thing, frankly. So that was also a play. But who knows what will happen in the future? Theoretically, if there was a desire and if players felt that it wasn't, quote, unfair to them to have to abide by the premium rules while in a competition for a limited duration with VIPs, perhaps that might be something we could think about in the future. But who knows? I mean, who knows? Who knows what we'll end up doing? There's been all sorts of thoughts. We'll see. We have nothing to announce yet, but... Yeah, Carnas says that is another issue we want to address, that for premium players that never heard that. They didn't realize that they had to be VIP, and so they went into character select and then made up a character and got all ready and hit the button and we're like, wait, what? So we should take care of that too, if we're going to make it such you have to be VIP to enter the hardcore server in the future. If we bring this back, we should just stop premium from even being able to select the server.
Remnants down here.
Oh, thank you, Paul. That was your donation. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. So I guess for the most part in news, it's all pretty well known. We've got Keep on the Borderlands hitting Lamania next week by all indications. It'll be released, sometime after probably a couple Lamanias. Typical stuff there. Hardcore Leagues through November 15th. We have the FAQ on when we're going to be shutting things down there. Kind of find out how that's going to work. Probably in early December, we're going to reopen the Hardcore League for people to copy their characters off of it, get on the server to access their banks and all that sort of thing. There's still a little bit of an undetermined question about what'll happen to the dead. On our Hardcore League FAQ at the very start, we said that if you died, you would not have access to your shared bank before character transferring off. I mean, it's in letters at the very start. So technically we're covered. But we've kind of been thinking about it, and it's just like, well, okay, so what does that mean? Well, that means they just have to create a character, like a bank tune, and then go and get all that stuff off the shared bank, and then take that bank tune and copy them over to whatever server they were going to do, and that's kind of a pain, isn't it? So maybe we are going to figure out some way that that people will just kind of be back from the dead after the event's done. But that will involve, frankly, additional work between now and November 15th, in addition to a game update that would have to take place between now and November 15th, and work that would have to be done while we're in the final, frankly, pretty darn busy stages of getting Keep on the Borderlands ready. So I can't promise that we're going to necessarily make that thing happen in time either. But yeah, Carnassus, I don't think anyone's going to debate that the Hardcore League has been a success. Even if we didn't make a penny off it, and it's been pretty good for, I think, everyone. It was really the community has been telling us that they've really enjoyed it. I think it's just been a success. It's one of the more fun things that we've done in a while. I think it's awesome. No, dead characters are being transferred. You can you can transfer your character from the Hardcore League to the server of your choice when the Hardcore League is done, and that'll be free on top of it. It'll be done through the game launcher. What may not be possible, and what we said would not be possible when we actually started this thing, was you would not, if dead, have an opportunity to get to your shared bank prior to your dead character transferring off the server. Your live characters can, but your dead characters can't. That's what we said at the very start. But then, like I said, we kind of have been thinking about it and going, I don't know, maybe we don't really need to do that, do we? But I just outlined some of the issues about saying, oh yeah, then we're just totally going to do that. So. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things you could do, Paul. I think there's actually probably some engineering way where you could just say, bring everyone back from the dead when they log in after the Hardcore League is over. But I don't actually know that. And then, like I said, it would take development work, check-in, QA, build. That build would have to be out before the end of the Hardcore League, et cetera, et cetera. And I just can't promise that's going to happen.
Yay!
Sure, King. I hear you. I'm not saying everybody loves it. So I have next on the list Devil Assault, but we're going to have to run that on normal, theoretically, right?
Yeah, we can't run that on because
it procs on the quest on normal, so we're just going to have to do it on normal for a little bit of norm XP.
Right, because hard is normal 6, hard is 12, elite's 18. Yeah, is that working as intended that you come out as if you had just done Cobalt Assault?
No, I have no idea why it does that. But then, like I said, that quest, I genuinely don't even know if anyone's touched that quest since 2005, 2006. Am I going to run a shroud? Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I'll do it right before I hit level 20. Yeah, I'll run a full shroud. That sounds like an awesome idea.
Yeah, I bet you'd get the extra chest.
I bet you're right, yeah. All right, before we get into Devil Assault here, let me make sure. Do I have a raffle going or not? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm going to reset the raffle and do that. So, go run Strahd. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Can I do that? Yeah, right. There is no raffle going. Okay. All right. Now we've got a raffle open. Let's do one for 100. We'll do... Actually, you know what? Let's pull... Because I got some time here to kill. Let's do 4. We're going to pick 4 winners, each for 100 DDO points. 4 winners out of this next one. We'll pick the winners when we're done with Devil Assault. If you are able to donate, extra-life.org/participant/Jerry Snook. We're hoping to hit our goal. We have $1,255 to go. So that's a little over $1,200. If you can take care of maybe $20 of that, that would be much appreciated. extra-life.org/participant/Jerry Snook. If you don't want to donate to me, but you'd rather donate to someone else on the team, that's cool too. extra-life.org/team/SSG. All right, I think we're waiting on you, Even.
Oh, are you in already?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Paul, on Facebook, you can't. The raffles are taking place on Twitch. The reason I'm doing that is Facebook actually prohibits, by rule, brands from doing giveaways on chat. It's a Facebook rule. And YouTube doesn't have the technology to really make it happen. So, instead it's kind of got to be on Twitch chat, sorry. I'm just glad I haven't died yet.
Huddle at that barricade.
All right.
The stench of brimstone permeates the air.
A bit of a history lesson for those who maybe don't know it. Most people listening to this probably do know this, but if you don't know, this quest actually came out as part of the last big kind of, I guess you could call it, stunt we pulled. Similar in some ways to Hardcore, where we took the old marketplace tent. There used to be, right where that marketplace tent is now, there was basically a zoned instance that you would go into, and it was all full of little pathways and things, and that's where all the repair vendors were and what have you. And it wasn't very popular. It wasn't necessarily the most practical thing. So the team at the time got this awesome idea of just destroying it as part of an event. So there was a big long event in 2008, I think it was, where over the course of several weeks, devils invaded the marketplace. Then they put up basically a barrier on the marketplace tent, and then at a specific time they blew it up, which you can see now in the Chronoscope raid. That actual kind of tent explosion actually comes from that event. That happened live on the Real Game Worlds back in 2008. It was a pretty cool thing that a lot of longtime DDO players remember pretty fondly. But this quest was actually part of that month-long series of events, whereas originally intended to just be a temp quest that would be open for this month for people to have fun with, and then it would go away for good. So it went away for good, and players were like, well, I like that quest. So it was just like, well, okay. And I believe then it got added as sort of a value add to... Is it the Chronoscope pack? I think it's the Chronoscope pack, right?
I think so.
Yeah. But why it has this weird level is at the time, I believe the level cap actually was 18, if I'm not mistaken. And so there was no challenge tech then. There was no skilled level entrances like that. I mean, we had normal, hard, elite. But they wanted to have something that would be basically doable for the entirety of the level range. So the normal version was level 6, the hard version was level 12, and the elite version was level 18. They wouldn't normally do that for a quest, but since this was only a temporary event that was only going to stick around for a month, it seemed okay. Of course, now that it's been added permanently, it's that weird outlier that has difficulty levels all over the place. But that's sort of the origin and the story of how it came to be in its weird state that it is. Oh, I think people like Devil Assault.
I love Devil Assault.
People run it a lot.
Great place to farm tokens if you need them.
Maybe that's why everyone runs Devil Assault, huh?
That's also very fun. I mean, personally, I think
It's fun in a, hey, I got lots of tokens kind of way, huh? Yep.
Yeah, I looted 3 tokens and I had 4 deaths.
Nonetheless, you know, if you're always wondering why this quest maybe is a little weird and is the outlier it is, it's because it was never meant to be a permanent quest. It was only going to be around for a couple weeks and then done. And theoretically, sure, you could kind of go in and redo it all, but then at some point it's like, well, or you could do something new. And I guess that's just kind of been the plan ever since. And honestly, I don't know. I kind of like these weird outliers every now and then. I'd be sad if it just became a level 6, 7, 8 quest. Wow, Sue. On YouTube, came back to the game last week. Lots of changes. Depending how long you've been gone, yeah, lots and lots. But that's an exciting time, though, too, because you got things like Ravenloft, Sharn, maybe White Plume Mountain. Against slave lords, maybe even? I don't know. A whole bunch of stuff that you may not have seen. Yeah, I've always kind of considered Devil Assault to be a little bit of a Friday night pretzels and popcorn kind of thing. You know, it's just sort of hanging out in guild chat. You know, just hang around, talk, and kind of putz around a bit and make a little progress on this thing or that. And I kind of think Devil Assault's nice for sort of a hangout.
Hey,
oh,
we
Ravenloft, of
certainly
course, Ravenloft.
run this a lot as a guild.
Yeah. Yeah, Sue, Ravenloft. But then, honestly, this quest can also be pretty darn tough. I don't know if you've ever run it on Reaper or anything, but it'll challenge you. You can very much wipe by the 5th wave if you're not prepared for it.
Oh, rest in peace, Dell, level 11.
Ouch.
That's gotta suck. Hey, ahoy there, Farg.
I think the why you can't get into it once it gets going is really just kind of a minor exploit issue, which is we're not dumb, and we know people are farming it for mats or whatever. And if there was a situation where you really didn't even have to be there, and you could just park someone in with an aura effect and then have 5 people go in and get all their stuff, probably be a problem. So.
A leader of Shavarath has fallen. You feel the battle may allow you a moment's rest and time to loot the bodies.
This character hasn't had to use it, but I've got 2 unyielding sovereignties. It's kind of awesome. I'm sure that's going to be far more relevant as I get up in levels.
Oh, definitely.
I also think...
One of my... Sorry,
oh, no.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think one of my characters has 2 of them, and I don't think I've ever needed them both. But it's nice to know they're there.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they're both on a long cooldown. But if you got 2 of them to kind of alternate, it's really not that bad.
Triax, one of the things I actually like to do to, see how up to the challenge my tunes are is just come in here and solo it, and when I'm getting through the last wave, put up an LFM for... And I think I've also done that, I think a couple of you, we've all kind of done it with the guild for, our guild. Whoever's got a strong tune comes in and solos it, and everybody else...
I was going to say, I think next up for my feat selection is I need Quicken. I've gotten to the point that now it's... I was fine without Quicken up until about now, but I'm kind of starting to feel like not having Quicken's going to kill me.
Yeah, I think 9 or 10 is when I usually take Quicken, but especially when you start getting into heal mass and stuff like that, you're definitely going to want...
Yeah. But I sure am glad I picked Improved Turning.
Yeah. Yeah, those turns
Oh, Lord, love you!
Oh, thank you.
almost feel OP.
Well, We have another donation.
Oh, it has not hit on my screen yet.
Man, they're taking their time.
Jester! There it is. Thank you, Jester.
I'm going to say this only because it's never, ever, ever going to happen. And it would probably be a really terrible idea that would make everyone except for me angry. But here's what I think we should do. I think we should reopen the Hardcore League on April 1st with friendly fire turned on and see who makes it till the end of the day.
Oh.
That's what I think we should do on April 1st. Yep.
No, I wouldn't like that.
That's the last time I run the pit and let you pike if that happens. No, next time I'm going to pike, you run the pit.
Yep, you'd have to know how to hide, but then you could also be the random group of people knocking them out, right? They can't hide any. There's no place they can get that you can't get for the most part, unless you don't have a high enough jump or something like that.
Oh yeah, people would totally be abusing AoEs in public places. Not to mention, think of the advantage ranged tunes would have over melee.
Oh, that's true. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, PvP is essentially a difficult balance. Although I don't know. I bet you could make it. You could make it work. Because for all the melee people, they're just going to have tough armor and they can do other things, and they'll probably have friends with them. So you'd probably end up with basically gangs of people together throughout the course of the day. I would assume.
And my main beef with stuff like PvP is so many people just, it's just, there's so much trash talking and bragging and people just being total idiots about it. Like, we've done PvP with, like, friends and guildies and stuff, and it's really fun. And I don't want to stereotype people, but there's a certain genre of players that likes PvP that takes the fun out of it for people who aren't.
A leader of Shavarath has fallen. You feel the battle may allow you a moment's rest.
I think it's largely a systems question. I think you could design a system that, if there was really a desire to do it, and frankly I just don't think there is for D&D, but if there was a desire to do it, I bet you could find a way to make it work.
You nailed it, Farg. Too many sore winners.
Yeah.
And also sore losers. I remember ages ago, a friend of mine and I were like level 15, and this guy who was level 1 kept badgering us to come PvP with him. I was like, first of all, neither one of us is that into PvP. And he just would not let up. So I'm like, fine. Well, he died within like 3 seconds, and then he just whined and moaned and went on this whole rant and gen chat about how we were cheating. You just badgered 2 level 14, 15s into playing with your level 1. And what did you think was going to happen?
Well, maybe the person clearly just didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't realize character levels and all the rest, right? So.
Hard to say.
But I don't think you're wrong. I think getting together, I mean, there is a little PvP in DDO. We got those PvP pits, and there's a few people that are into it, and that sort of thing. I really like the challenge, the PvP arenas that you can get into. You were saying we did it with a guild group. Doing, like, capture the flag fights with the guild on a Friday night or whatever, that's a lot of fun.
It is. But yeah, as a general rule, I'm not going to PvP with anybody I don't know really, just because of that small but extremely persistent idiot factor that's out there.
You're not at all wrong, Carnassus MTG. PvP in DDO is totally not balanced, nor really is there, honestly, even much in the way of interest in trying to make it balanced. It's something we love that a few people love it, but honestly, we just have never really had enough wide interest in PvP to really justify much in the way of work with it. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Oh, that's true. I did do a giveaway in a PvP bit, didn't I?
had it. We went out there and had it. I was a cleric, and you allowed us then use the implosion, and we'd stand down there and we'd go behind a wall and throw it, and people just walk into the room and die instantly.
That's funny.
And then you stop that. No, we can't have that.
You can't use implosion in PvP?
I think you took it away unless you put it back. But
yeah, I don't honestly know. Like I say, we really have done very little work on PvP, which in general is how our players seem to prefer it. So
I think once hardcore is done, I think maybe that's what we need to do for Guild Night is just go into PvP.
yeah.
And in the name of science, to see if implosion is still alive. Oh my god, the pit but with friendly fire? I don't know.
So here's the trick on if you were to do a day-long free-for-all PvP event on something like a hardcore server. You'd have people camping the spawn spots in Korthos or whatever. So you'd have to... I don't know quite how you would do that. You'd have all sorts of stuff going on. That'd be difficult. Although, you know what? There is a solution, right? Because if you've got someone that can port into Forgotten Realms, as long as they've done the grotto, they should be able to port into the hall, and then they could report into the hall as a group and come out and take care of the people who were trying to spawn camp Snowy Side.
Yeah, but not everybody has access to Forgotten Realms. So.
Well, not everyone. I'm just saying, if that was something you actually wanted to do, you could probably find a way around it.
Or maybe just set something up so that you spawned into, maybe have like a small safe spawning in it.
Oh, right.
Because
yeah, you'd have to.
Because, how many zoning in, depending on your connection. I mean, some people zone in really fast. It would suck to like get stuck on a load screen and zone in, only to find yourself dead.
Yeah, it would have to be like almost what it. I don't play Fortnite, but isn't that the way they kind of do it?
I have no idea.
There's like
Never
the
played
parachute thing where everyone has to kind of, you can't kill each other for a while until, boom, the thing's on. So you'd have to have almost like, I don't know, maybe a 5-minute timer where you couldn't attack others, but you couldn't be attacked, and you can just kind of do the bank stuff and whatever you felt you needed to do.
Could you imagine Wells with the Banshee?
Circle of death.
Blare through the portals to announce the arrival of the attack's fiendish
Actually, you know what though? I think I just destroyed my own idea. Because what would stop someone from just going into something like Devil Assault here in a private group? No one's going to be able to enter the instance, and they could just camp out until the end of the event.
Mm-hmm. No tokens.
I've got dead predators next.
I think I have run that. Have I run that? I don't know. Always happy to run it again. I am now almost halfway through 11. A dead predator's house J or P?
J. I think.
I think you're right. Definitely need a vendor first.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going to pick 4 100 DDO point codes. Let's take care of that right now in chat. While I'm doing that, let's see. Yeah, I'll just stay where I am. All right. Anubis Primal, Shotgun Joe, Shining Squid, and Rolona. You are
Congratulations.
the winners. Each one getting a code for 100 DDO points. Just once, Johnny. The way it is every raffle you enter by typing in exclamation point DDO. And so in just a couple minutes here before we start the next quest, I'll probably kick off another raffle. And you can enter again if you want to. So we've got about, we've got about 37 minutes or so left here on the end of, on the rest of my shift here. After this, Brock and Friends going to be taking over, and then Psycho Blonde will carry us through till midnight, at which point the Damsels of DDO will take over. Time to prove my skill do proof. I can't now. We're level 10, right? So we can't even enter proof if we wanted to.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Darn, we can't run proof. Bummer.
Oh no, I forgot to run Stealthy Repo.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. Gosh, how disappointing. No proof is in the poison, no stealthy repossession.
I'll do another
darn
4
it.
picks here. So. Yep, no Stealthy Repo. No proof, no fresh in the air. I wasn't going to do pit.
Repo is definitely not simple on a melee tune.
Yeah, I keep on hearing that. So I actually did try Stealthy Repo on the hardcore server. I went in solo on a character that was my rogue, and it was low level, and I was invisible. And it just didn't work very well. I still just got kind of spotted right off the bat, and it was kind of like, well, yeah. How much would it suck to die in Stealthy Repo? The answer is a lot. Ooh, blind. Smart. Smart.
We have lost our trapper.
Okay, that's fine. I'll either get one or we'll see what we got here.
We doing a grave robber or dead predator?
Oh, dead predators.
And did that share go through? It doesn't give you a message when you try to share.
Yes, it did.
If everybody got already didn't have the.
Oops.
It tracks. That's true, but you've also got to be careful because you're going to end up getting dungeon alerts, and they don't stay blind forever. And I remember running through there with the level 16 bard one time, and she got through it. But man, it got hairy.
Oh, that is grave robber. Someday I'm gonna.
Yeah,
know
you
which
want to be
quest is
down here
which.
by Fred.
Oh, down by Fred.
Like, yep, like you're going to Tempest Spine. Then duck under and come down here by.
See, Triax, where were you when I needed you? Just blind to the prophets. That's a great idea. Hey, Axel. Hello. Someone saying hello from Mexico. Very nice to hear from you today. Oh, designate Korthos and Marketplace as safe zones. Might work.
Korthos and Market or Korthos and Harbor?
Well, the person in the chat was saying Korthos and Market. The only question about that is it's still, I mean, the whole point is if it would be kind of a 24-hour madhouse free-for-all. Let's be honest, it's a bad idea.
I like Tenacious is saying in party chat, best thing ever. Most deaths per account on Reaper and you get a soul stone. You know how often I would be dying?
You know, I a soul stone pet, right? That is
That
a good
would be
idea,
awesome.
So.
That would. I mean, there's really not much I don't want as a pet. There's nothing I actually don't want as a pet. There are many things I do want. A soulstone pet would be amazing.
I just want to call it Clippy. Nice, Tenacious.
Yeah, we're already in the quest, so the sharing's not really necessary.
A dev pet. We could technically do that because we got him from the anniversary event. Shrink him down. It could be a tiny little Cordovan ruining your quest.
So many things I could say.
What? What were you gonna say? No.
As you venture into the forgotten crypt, you are struck by an overwhelming surge of despair. The stones in the walls seem to whisper your name. Chains rattle as a heavy
I would say that's probably true.
open.
I don't think that's exactly what they meant, but I think that if the walls are whispering your name, you probably are stoned.
Stain this pedestal with unforgiven evil.
Oh, we got stuff spawning behind us.
Evil.
The why can't we hire artificers is really just a matter of work versus benefit. Additionally, hirelings are not generally very good at ranged all that much. But you could have a melee arty that does traps, but if you had a melee arty that does traps, you probably just want them for traps. So maybe we should just have rogues, which we do, right? So it's come up. It's just mostly a matter of, do we really want to make another hireling and make it an artificer and figure out how to make that work and not suck, and then would it suck? You know? So.
Or maybe some of the existing hirelings could be made to suck less before you make new ones?
Nope. Never say never. Maybe someone will come up with some genius idea that it's just all going to work. But my belief is hirelings and DDO are about as smart as they're going to get.
That's
and if we dare to try to touch it, we're just going to make it worse like we did the last couple of times we tried to touch it.
Some of them are actually not terrible.
Level 30 cleric hires? Maybe. That sounds like a plan to me. Although I think part of the why that hasn't maybe happened is there is a recognition that as the game gets more challenging in the upper levels, hirelings start to be competitive less and less. And especially when we're talking about endgame content. To really make hirelings good for endgame content? I don't know. Maybe. We got Garrett. What else do you need?
Garrett, who didn't dump both int and whiz? A flying tile pet. I like that idea. Like in Delirium.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life. Oh yeah, that shows my age. We've got the talking parrot pets. If we've got a hireling named Mrs. Garrett, it's got a saying, you take the good, you take the... What is it? You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both.
Anyone remember where the NPC for Dead Predators is? Open Palm. It says
yeah.
Open Palm, man.
Or... Which is the other one? This is drunk.
Yeah. I agree, John. We were mentioning that a little while ago about the deathmatch, capture the flag, etc. Wish more groups would do it. We've done it a few times as a guild and had a really good time with it. I think it's especially good for groups of people to play together and maybe are talking together in chat, like TeamSpeak, Discord, etc. Ooh. I think I just got a new Bastard Sword. +3 Shocking 2 Bastard Sword of Draining. I'm in level 7. That should be a little better than what I got.
Oh, you use Bastard Swords?
I use everything. Because I've got proficiency with everything.
I'll have to keep that in mind. I do not, but I've looted a couple decent ones.
Actually, I'm not sure if that's true. I haven't yet... I don't think War Domain Does War Domain grant Tower Shield proficiency, or is it just weapons?
The only War Domain cleric I've ever made is the one I had on here that I managed to kill when she was like level 7. So I don't know.
I can't remember. I'll have to. Well, I mean, one way to find out, right? But next time I have a Tower Shield in a chest, I'll have to try equipping it, see what happens.
What are we doing next? Grave Robber?
The last level 6 quest... The last level 6 quest I have, other than Return to Delaras, is Bounty Hunter and then Chronoscope. But I don't think we're doing
Chronoscope.
Chronoscope.
Probably not, yeah.
So
Okay,
I guess
so
that would
Bounty
be
Hunter.
Bounty Hunter, and that's the weird one in Anvil Fire.
Yeah. House D. You pick it up somewhere else, though? Is that the one you...
No, you pick it up in Anvil Fire, and you go straight to it from there.
Okay. That's right, okay.
So, you're right that you would have some level of arcane spell failure with a Tower Shield. Except, I don't. Or if I do, it hasn't really mattered. I bet that's one of the things we're going to be getting soon. Also, I'm not seeing my... Oh, that's right.
House D, Amplifier in.
Actually, wait a second. I'm not getting my guild buffs. Why not?
You're not getting guild buffs? Oh, sometimes they don't. Sometimes there's some kind of a glitch. Sometimes you have to,
Log.
you click it enough,
Yeah.
you have to basically zone out of the ship
Yeah.
and then zone back in.
Respawn the instance, yeah. Weird.
Oh, do you see our guildie sitting there at level 16?
No.
Yeah, take a look.
There we are. That might be the first time that's ever happened to me. Try to remember that. It happened at 8:37. Maybe we can check a log or something. It's funny. So there are times where a bug will happen to players and be super duper frustrating for obvious reasons, and then it'll happen to me, and I'll be like, yes. Because now I've got proof, or now I've got something that a character we can actually bring into an internal testing environment and see what the heck's going on, right? Actually, there was my tower ship. Well. I'm just going with the flower sniffer ship that we have going on. It's fine.
I do appreciate that you named it the Easily Lost.
Nice. Just so you know, though, Sokka, we actually just finished Dead Predators. We're headed into, which one again? Bounty Hunter. Yes, the Bounty Hunter in House D.
The Bounty Hunter in House D. Right here. Sorry, I missed that one.
I'm playing a cleric. Of course I'm playing a cleric. War Domain, Radiant Servant, and yeah, ASMR Cleric. Although the ASMR isn't honestly making much difference, but I can show you. Basically, at this point, I'm just going up the tree because I'm filling up my positive energy spells, increased by 3 caster levels. Turn Undead regenerates up to 10% faster. It is 3 levels higher. Undead I turn are successfully destroyed, plus 3 Turn Undead attempts. Few temp hit points when I do hit my turns. Divine Healing, which is what I'm actually probably going to invest my next point in. After that, probably go up to not Martyrdom, because that's not that useful on the hardcore server. I'll probably then pop a little into Charisma or Wisdom. See where we end up. Of course, when I hit
This cavern is very
the ability, I will do
dirty
my
smells of dirt and fungus fill the air.
other stuff, but I like the Destruction Domain. There's a lot of domains I like, but I have found War Domain to be exceptionally useful in saving me a couple of feats and, I don't know, just being awesome. Especially if you're putting a ton into Turn Undead.
Wow, I just realized we've actually got a really balanced party. I mean, it's not like we've got like 4 bards and a rogue or something like that. We've actually got a balanced party. That never happens.
Well, let's see. How close to the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon are we? Let's just call you the Cavalier, and I'll be the fighter guy. Oh no, he was a ranged, wasn't he? Yeah.
I never
So that'd
actually
be
saw
Sokka.
it.
To reveal a shallow pool with several
Oh, I'm Uni. Nice. I find the Dungeon Master or the D&D cartoon to be exceptionally important, if for no other reason than it teaches young children not to trust their Dungeon Master.
By the way, Jerry, this is the coolest fire in all of DDO, and you should get yourself standing up here on.
Nice. Again, this is an old quest that probably hasn't been touched since 2005-ish. Maybe just briefly to turn it into, to mark it as a free quest. And that was probably the last time this quest had been touched.
Like, really kind of prank people. It's like, see? You can have a fly spell. Oh, level 14. Ouch. I mean, it sucks when you see anybody get killed, but the higher the level, the worse.
This room appears to be a storage area for iron rations and other mundane supplies.
I saw a level 30 die the other night.
Oh, the highest I've seen so far is level 20. Level 30, man, that was... Or wait, or did we see that 30 the other night?
Yeah, we saw a 30 die. That might have been. It's possible.
Yeah, 19 actually in a way is worse because... So, yeah, almost to the reward.
Highest I've gotten is the 15.
Well, this is the highest I've gotten so far, so we'll see. Might be even better. Oh, there is something back there.
Someone went to great lengths to hide this locked door.
I forgot
Were they
about
trying
this.
to protect
Yeah,
something
totally.
within, or those without?
Oh yeah, if I hit 20, I'm that'll be it. I'm not going anywhere else, probably.
Troll banners and standards adorn this section of the cave. Also catch the faint stench of trolls nearby.
Yeah, the method, I keep trying to attack it too.
So Dark Lord Mary says they hit 1750 favor at level 17. Can I assume that by that you mean you were running everything on Elite or Reaper? Because one of the questions I asked in DDO Cast, a month or so ago, and even Patrick wasn't 100% sure, you'd have to look at the quest and favor charts, is if you're running everything on hard, when do you hit 1750? Do you hit it before or after level 20? It's got to be after, right?
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure I hit 1750 favor when the first time I did it. I'm pretty sure I wasn't 20 yet.
Yeah, but if Dark Lord Mary ran everything on Elite Reaper and then didn't hit 1750 till level 17, you're going to get a third less than that on hard. So my guess is where you'd actually be probably 22-ish or something like that. Oh, I hard streaked to 20, then on another, character played Elite R1 to 1750. Cool, okay. Where's Showing Light? Okay, so if on Elite the theoretical earliest possible to hit, if that is 12 or 13, then yeah, for sure you could hit 1750 just running hard before you hit level 20.
Yeah, Strimtom is saying on hard you can do it around level 16.
Can do it. So then assuming that I also skip the handful of quests I skip or whatever, then we're probably looking at close-ish.
We haven't skipped that many.
No, not too many. Wait a second. Where am I? And I've done
That
this quest in
was
so
a shocking.
long. Where in the world am I going? Where
Don't
are
stand
you?
Oh, Sharing Light, be careful.
Where are you?
Yeah, you don't have to get out of the water.
I'm... Where in the world am I going? I don't see something underwater here to go dive into. Where are you?
The chest that's always been there. You go under, you swim underwater through the, and then go under the rock. And there's a little room with a chest.
Okay.
It's trapped, but you don't have to get out of the water to open the chest and get it. Sorry, have it.
Yeah, can't find it.
Okay,
I'll just skip it.
I found it, but now I can't get out of it. Help!
You go down and go up through little holes, too.
Oh, heck yeah, Johnny H. Part 2 of TOE is an absolute I ain't gonna run that. So,
Yeah, it's not letting me. Heck. I'm going to be stuck in this little room forever. I can't find the way up.
Okay. Right here. Go underneath this rock. And just up a little bit. Through the weeds.
Ah.
I mean, that
Phew,
really
thank
sucks,
you.
Patrick, on Facebook. I don't really understand how we could have, quote, deleted your account by accident. You should get in touch with CS or even get in touch with me. I don't know this story, so maybe I can see what's up. I have never heard of us deleting an account by accident. That's absolute news to me, so. Not saying it's not true, just that I'm not aware of it. Is it possible out of all the, millions of accounts over the years, one's been accidentally deleted? I guess, but... nonetheless, that absolutely sucks for you if it did happen. Well, that absolutely sucks for you regardless.
I think it's a trap. Yeah, don't move, Jerry.
Because we even have undeletes. So it seems kind of, I don't know how we could possibly delete it in a way that we couldn't even
Half a
undelete
dozen
it.
traps.
Yep.
Still getting trap boxes before you get too far over there.
So we have got about 10 minutes left on the Sure, and after which point Brock and Friends is going to be on, and then Psycho Blonde will carry it through till midnight, after which the Damsels of DDO are on. So thank you so much, everyone, for donating this extra life. We're going to wrap things up. We're going to do that giveaway. I've got 4 more codes to give away, and we'll probably do just a little bit more afterwards.
Campfires and torches
Let me
give way to the natural
click the
lighting
chat,
of
see where we
crystals
are.
and mushrooms, both plentiful in this area.
Isn't this the one where you have to choose at the end whether to fight the lady or save her or kill her or something like that?
You get a little XP for fighter.
Oh, if we get more XP for letting her go, I say we let her go.
Yeah. Like I say, XP is so... doesn't even matter that much, I guess.
Yeah, but don't you get a little warm fuzzy every time you let her go? Be free. Be free.
I don't know, Joltax. You should just be able to type !DDO, and it should add it. I can probably double check to make sure there, but I can't really do that while I'm jumping on platforms, so I'll take care of that in a sec. Yeah, we are hoping to hit 15K, and we're getting there. We have been making progress throughout the day here today. We are currently at $13,795. That's real close. So that would be $1,205 to hit our goal. We can totally do that by midnight. I'm hoping that if you're watching or listening or taking part, maybe you can kick over $5-10. If you do, remember, and that you will get some DDO swag if you private message me. And when you do that, I will just basically say, hey, yo, this is Stream Tom, and I gave you $1 billion from my vast stream earnings. And, you know, then I'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I'll get you a bunch of codes for things.
We're almost at 9 o'clock. If someone donates $1,205 before the end of this, I will run every single character through you have through the pit, and also give you a creature companion mystery basket on the server of your. But with the caveat being the mystery baskets themselves are BTA, so I would have to actually open it for you. But then the certificates inside are. That's worth $1,205, right?
No, I'm not dressing up as Militia for Halloween. No stunts this year. Sorry, I had fun last year doing it, but no stunts this year, I think. All right, so we got about 4 minutes left. So we got about 4 minutes left of my shift here. So I think I'm going to call it a group at this point. I'm going to do a couple of giveaways, say some words of thanks and all that, and then make sure I can pass things off to Brock and friends. You've all been lifesavers here. I want to thank you a lot. As a matter of fact, this is an official show, so what I'll do is I will grab a screenshot here, and when I get back to work on Monday, I'll get a couple of 100-point codes or something like that and toss them to you. So thank you very much for helping me out. And thanks, everyone, for being here. We're going to wrap up our latest stream. We're doing 4 100-point giveaways.
And good luck.
So let's see who's the winners. We got Dracanoir, Dowdun Point, Rothgo77, and Bring 'em On, which is a pretty cool Twitch name, man. I wonder how you managed to get that one. That can't have been the easiest name to snag. Let's see.
Draco Noir, he will just send it to you.
If you just hang on for just a minute, I'll get you the code here in just a sec. I'm just replying back to the other people with their codes. It's a manual process.
Not bad. 109 viewers on a Saturday night.
Yeah, not bad at all. Since we have more people than usual, I'm really hoping that at least some of you will be interested in sticking around, not just for the rest of the Extra Life stream, but if you're around at midnight, Damsel DDO is going to be on, and that's real cool. So, all right, so I've got all those codes taken care of. So let me do one final look at where we sit for the team here. We are at $13,795. That puts us real close to within striking distance of our goal. And hopefully throughout the rest of the evening here, we'll get a couple of other donations and be able to hit that goal. 11,196 to me. Appreciate everyone being here. And it's not just me saying thanks. It's also Extra Life. Got a little video here. So I'm going to wrap up the show right now. Brock and friends will be on in just a little bit. And thanks very much for being here. It's been super good, and what you're doing is important. So have a great day, everyone. And thank you, Even, and everyone for being with me.
Larson syndrome is a connective tissue disorder, so all of the joints of my body are dislocated. I have difficulties with my airways and my breathing, and I've had around 20 plus surgeries for me to...
Oops, wrong. I already played that video. This was the video I wanted to play. Sorry. Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
little baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, and have a good night, everyone.
Night all. Thanks.